time. I know everybody is busy, and it's a trick to find a few extra minutes in the day. So welcome. Thanks for coming. This is my first time doing this, so I'm really excited and nervous as well. But we really appreciate everyone. This is going to be great. I hope that after this, you're going to feel more empowered, more connected with each other, with me, more motivated and encouraged, and that you'll have all the tools that you need to really go forward with this in the way that you want to. And I want to help you be successful in making it work and really making a difference in the health of everybody around us. So I really appreciate Amy being on here. I know she's a very busy person, and it's a real gift to have her on here with us. So thank you, Amy, for joining us. She'll be giving us a few minutes of
Thanks
training.
for having me.
Yeah, awesome. So before we jump in, I want to give everybody a chance to introduce themselves. So I'll tell you a little bit about me, and then we can hear from the others. I'm not sure how that works, Amy. Do they just chat it in or turn the microphones on? So
they actually will not be able to turn microphones on. Your guests will just be able to chat with you.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you a little bit about me, and then maybe Amy can take a minute, and then we'll jump in. And you guys can talk to each other there in the chat if you need. So my name, obviously, is Selena Sorensen, and I live on a ranch in the northeast corner of Nevada. So we're about 3 hours away from Salt Lake. That's where we go to do anything big that we need to do, which there's not much in the way of shopping or anything around where we are. So we go there a lot. And I've been married to my husband, Jared, for 20 years, and we have 8 children. My oldest is on a mission, just barely out a month. And my youngest is just, a year old now. So they're all spread out in between there, and we are able to homeschool, and we love it. And people ask, how do you do it with 8 kids? And I usually give them an answer like, well, we do it with the 8 kids. They do a lot, and they are really good helpers. And also I'll say things like very imperfectly. So it's just a work in progress, and we're enjoying the journey. So that's a little bit about me. Amy, do you want to take a minute?
Sure. So I'm Amy Walker, and we live in a teeny tiny town in northeast Georgia. We have 5 kids, and we run a business from home. And so for us, nutrition is something that has to be planned and needs to be easy. And I really feel like we don't have a lot of time to investigate our food. I just need to know that what I'm getting is good quality and it's safe. And so for me, that's why I'm really excited about Ruby Mountain Foods. I just want to know that I can get it from one place, they can bring it to me, and although they're going to have to ship it to me, but I just want to know that it's good, and I don't have to worry about it, and I don't have to go do my homework and try to look through the labels and see what's been added and whatnot. To me, it's just so simple to be able to have that good food source. So when you're busy and on the go, I think you need to know where your food comes from. Otherwise, you have to spend some time being a food detective, and I just don't have time for that. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. And those are just really important points that you've brought up. So I really appreciate that. And hopefully we can help you out with that. And I know others feel the same, and we really want to be there for you guys. So I want to just jump in here and tell you more about how we got to this point. So we, about 13 years ago, I started on my journey of finding out about how much our foods affect our health. I had been dealing with depression since the time we had been married, and it was a very difficult journey. And we found some answers, and I started to recognize how everything that I was eating, how it affected my body. And I had to cut out sugars and start a whole new journey. But it's been really good because it's brought us to this place where we are now, and we have come to recognize that our meat especially plays a big part. And a lot of times we think, okay, well, I'll eat healthy, I'll cut out sugars and do those things, and then we're still struggling, and we're like, what is wrong here? What's up? And so we have to start looking at where our food is coming from. and what's happening to the preparation of our food. Um, so I wanted to share a little bit about my son, Kason. He just recently was really struggling with his digestive system, and he's always been more sensitive about foods than the rest of my kids, and he's had these incidences before, and he knows he has to be really careful with what he's eating. But I think he kind of, just got lax and thought, oh, it's all right, it's not going to hurt. I haven't had problems for a while, and so he's just started, as he was doing his different events, he's involved in a lot more now that he's 15 and going on 16. And so he would eat things and have a pop, have quite a few pops here and there, and just not think that it was a big deal. And then he had this huge kind of a pancreas attack, and put him down for about a week, and he's still struggling to just kind of maintain that with not having extreme pain. So it's just kind of, again, a testimony to me how important our digestive systems are and how delicate they are. Excuse me, and that what we're putting into our bodies affects us a lot more than we realize. And there's an interesting statistic about autism. It's becoming a huge issue, and it's estimated, because it is rising so quickly, that by 2020, 1 in 2 children will have autism or deal with it in some way. And a lot of times we think that, well, that's a neurological thing. That's not related to our digestive systems, but really everything starts in our digestive system. If we're not getting the nutrition, we are not getting what we need for the rest of our body to function. The digestive system is so delicate that it has to have proper nutrition going in the proper ways, and if anything interrupts that, the rest of us are going to suffer. So I'm committed to making this difference. I don't want to see autism rise. I don't want to see depression continue to take people off of this planet and to make their lives miserable and their families miserable. I want to change that, and I really appreciate that you guys do too, that are on this call and that are going to listen to this recording. I know you're committed, and I want to give you a source and some steps of how you can do that. So I want to tell you a little bit about our beef, how we do it. So we call ourselves Beyond Organic. We're not certified organic, and we're not advertising that way, but the practices that we're implementing, I think, are just beyond even what the organic standard is. We do not do antibiotics. We don't use hormones. We don't feed any GMO feed. And GMO, you guys can do your own research, but there is a lot of evidence out there linking GMOs to autism and many other maladies that we are dealing with. So I really encourage you to do your own research. I'm happy to give you resources. Just ask me and I'll get you over some information if you would like that. We don't use any kind of weed killers or anything that kills at all. We want to focus on promoting life, beneficial life, rather than killing it. We want to live in a healthy environment, but if we are putting things out there in our environment that are designed to kill, that's going to affect us. That's going to affect the good bugs that are trying to fight off all of the bad stuff that's out there. We have been blessed with bodies that are designed to function healthy. That's what they're designed to do. And when we interrupt what is happening there with the good, taking care of the yuck and getting rid of that, and we come in with killing things, it interrupts that program. And so it becomes a place for the bad to proliferate rather than be gone. So on our ranch, we don't use any kind of killers. Even on the animals, we don't use any wormer, so that we are not interrupting their nutrition cycle as well. We are really trying to promote the microbial life in the soil. And hopefully some of this is kind of catching your guys' ears, that you can in turn tell other people about our beef in a way that will help them understand why this is a really important step for them and for you guys as well. So the bactocilli, the things you read on the yogurt containers and you don't even know how to pronounce those names on there, and you just kind of look at those like, interesting. Well, it's supposed to be good. We hear a lot about probiotics. Well, those are the microbial life, and we are trying to make an environment that is ideal for that microbial life to proliferate. So we do that by taking care of the soil first, making sure that we're not killing anything, that we're putting on things that encourage that microbial life to grow, like compost tea and minerals. And we do cover crops and the rotational grazing with the animals. All of that is designed to encourage that life. And then from there, the plants are going to be more nutrient dense, and they'll in turn make the animals more nutrient dense and give you a nutrient dense product that you can put on your plate and know that it's going to benefit you and it's not going to be working against you in any way. So I want to tell you a little bit about how this Cow Boss program is envisioned to work here. So when you sign on with me and I get your email and phone number, I will get you out a couple of emails, and one of them will list the steps of being a cow boss, and the other will be a link to some social squares that you can share on Facebook or send out an email so that you can, sorry, I had a pop-up, so that you can be letting people know about what you're doing in an easy way. So I've set up some of that for you. So hopefully it's not too difficult to figure out. Let me know if you have any questions and we can work at it together. Also, just word of mouth, talking to your friends and family and letting them know about this opportunity. And once you are sharing and talking to people, then you're going to try to be getting 15 orders. That would be ideal. But we'll take, if you get 10 orders, we'll arrange to have our beef drop at a location that you choose. So from the middle of October to the end of October, we'll be setting up our beef drops. And what that is you pick a central location for your area, or it can even be your home, whatever you like, and we'll drive our refrigerated truck there with the beef for your area, and everybody will be able to come there and pick up their orders. If you're farther away, we'll arrange shipping and do all that, and I'll get more information out there of what that will look like. For every order that you get, you'll get 5% off of your order, and you can pass that savings on in any way that you want to set it up with your group. I would encourage you, if there's people who really are wanting to get the best bang for their buck, ordering the half packages, that's half a beef, or the whole package. Those are your best price per pound. We have to mark up the others a little bit because it's more handling. But if you want to do the handling where you guys get the half and the whole and then you divide it up the way you want to, then go for the half and whole combined with others and do it that way. And then, if one of you likes steaks more, the other likes roasts more, you can, trade back and forth that way. You don't have to divide it exactly half. However you want to do that, just an option out there. So I'll be available for questions. I'll be available for conference calls or whatever we need to help people understand more that you see that we can help them with. We have our Facebook group that I'm putting more information out. We have our website. There's a lot of information on our website that will give you an idea of our ranch and everything that's going on here, and the packages, the pounds per package, what the cuts are going to be in each package, how much of each of those cuts, and so forth. That's all on our website, which is rubymountainfoods.com, if you hadn't had a chance to look at that. So that's kind of the idea. Once we get your orders, once you start getting orders in, you'll have a unique link. I'll send you that out right after the other first two emails, and that unique link is what you'll want to order through. So that makes sure I know how many orders are coming through you, including yours, and then I can give you credit for those orders and make sure that you get that discount. When I started this, I just wanted to be talking to everybody and telling them about this, and I realized that just wasn't possible. So I needed more voices, and I appreciate you guys being willing to be that voice and to reach out and make a difference and stand up for those the food, nutrition, and values that we want. That the more people we have saying, "Hey, this is what we want," the more the industry is going to listen. Right now, they're trying to make a living. Most ranchers that are making a really good product, but they have to sell it on the commodity market. They're not marketers. So we're trying to create this avenue for them to have a place to go, and they don't have to go on the commodity market. And you guys can help with that by helping us get the word out there. And we're going to encourage and be teaching these other ranchers and getting more people involved as this grows so that they're using the same protocol that we are using and making sure that beef is exactly what it should be. So we'll have some questions at the end. Hopefully I've covered most everything. Once you get your orders coming in, and every time there's an order, I will have a receipt, which I will send to the people who've ordered via email that can sign it, and then take a picture, or fax it, or scan it, and send it back to me. And then I will sign it and send you back a picture or copy, and that'll be our contract, ensuring that we are going to deliver and that you'll pay the balance on delivery. So when you first order, you're going to be paying a third of the amount up front. And then we can set up payments if necessary, or we can just accept the balance when we deliver the meat, minus your discount if you're the cow boss. So you guys are in certain locations, and there's a couple of you that are doing the cow bossing in those locations, and you want to combine together. We can help you make that happen as everybody gets sign on, and get straightened out where everybody's at and the locations are. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea of what it looks like. Amy, we'll turn the time over to you, and you can share some of your tips. Then we'll take some questions.
Very cool. Well, I really just wanted to chat for a couple minutes here, and we're not going to take a ton of time, on how to make it really simple to be a cow boss and to get people signed up and ordering the product. Because the goal here is to start a movement. This isn't just about let's get grass-fed beef to your community today. It's about let's start shifting the flow from these hormone-injected, there's antibiotics, there's steroids, there's so many different things. I was telling Selena a while ago that we had some people in our neighborhood in Utah that raised grass-fed beef, but they fed them Twinkies. And that was how they thought it added flavor to them, and it fattened them up. And here they are, they're selling grass-fed beef, and everyone in the neighborhood knew that they were also feeding them the old Twinkies that Hostess could no longer sell. So I'm not joking when I say there's some scary stuff out there, and we want to make sure that we're helping start a movement of more clean eating. So the number one thing that you can do to help this movement get going is you can be really passionate about it. And when you're talking with people in your neighborhood, and you're talking with friends, and you're talking with family, share with them why this really matters and why you're so excited to bring it to your area. I don't think you have to be perfect in all of the science of it. I'm definitely not perfect in the science of it. I don't get all of the things about the micronutrients and all that. I don't know the science like Selena does, but here's all I have to do. All I have to do is be really excited about the fact that we're going to have natural, clean, non-GMO, hormone-free, grass-fed beef that's going to get to come to us, and that's it. And then let Selena do the talking on the science through the website. If they have more questions about the science, she has put some great resources together on her website. You don't really have to be the expert in that. What you've got to be the expert in is being excited about bringing Ruby Mountain Foods to your community. That's it. Second thing that you're going to do is you're going to have conversations with people and just say, hey, I want to bring Ruby Mountain Foods to our community. We're looking for this many families to order, to place an order. You can order a whole beef, you can order a half, you can order a quarter. What do you think? Is this something you want to do? I would keep that conversation really simple and just ask them, so do you want to do it? Because of the way that they've divided up their packages, you don't have to, normally when you're getting grass-fed beef, you kind of have to get the whole cow, which is a lot of freezer space, and it's a big upfront investment. The fact that they've allowed you to split it up into quarters and also that starter pack allows it to be a lot more accessible for people to get the grass-fed beef in their home. So it's not so much about do they want it or not. I would really focus on what's the right package for them, and just ask them, how much beef do you guys eat? What do you think that you'll use? And then get them signed up and started. Another thing I want you to keep in mind is that when people are purchasing food, they don't think of their food as like a one-time lump sum purchase, because we're used to purchasing food a little here, a little there, like a 2-week supply worth. So they have this money in their grocery budget. They just don't have it in their grocery budget all at once. Does that make sense? And so if they're going, gosh, that's a lot of money, I would say, well, how much money do you normally spend on meat? And ask them that question, because the thing is, they're already spending it. Now they're going to get to spend it on just a better quality, better product. Their product is priced below Costco's organic pricing. So you really can't get a better price for a product like this. If you can be cheaper than Costco's organic, that's pretty darn good. Usually Costco is the best deal out there. And so keep it really simple. Your enthusiasm goes first. Let Selena be the expert on the science. Just ask them what package is going to be the best for you. How much beef do you normally use? And just simply ask if they want to get started. Some of you who are cow bosses, you have email lists, and you're going to email it out to your group, and that's going to be your strategy. For those of you who are more just, you're kind of, how do I want to say this? If you've got an email list of a couple thousand people or more, I think just, you can email it out to your list. You can do some social media promos, and that will probably bring your orders in. But for those of you who don't, and you're more just wanting to share with friends and neighbors, I would not try to make this a big elaborate thing where you feel like it's got to be some big event. I would just talk to the people. We all know people that care about health. We all know people that are trying to feed their family clean foods. We all have those people in our pool, and I would just straight up call them and say, hey, this is what we're doing. We're so excited for this. And then I would say, who else do you know that will want to order too? Because if you notice that healthy people know more healthy people, it's kind of like this insiders club where you just know who those people are. I can think in when I do this, I'm not necessarily going to be emailing it out to my whole list, but I definitely have people that I'm going to be emailing and just saying, oh my gosh, grass-fed beef is better than organic. I'm so excited, you've got to order. And it's really going to be just a simple process of sharing our enthusiasm. People are spending money on groceries all the time. People buy meat already. We're not asking them to buy something that they never use or have never used before. We're just asking them to shop differently. And that's really all this conversation is. It's just different kind of shopping. Better quality products, different kind of shopping. But I know Selena and her family are really taking great care of these cows, and they're going to make the process really smooth and simple for all of us. So that's my advice, you guys. I'm excited. I hope that you're excited as well. And Selena, I'm going to let you take it away again and just answer some questions here.
Okay, sounds good. So I can see the chat box. If you guys have questions, I was going to try to show you our website, but I'm not figuring that part out yet. So what questions do you have so far? I see Bobby said, so basically the cow bosses will just be a rep for us, and then when people contact me that you guys send, then you guys will get the credit. The cow bosses will get the credit. And that's basically the idea. Yes, we are asking you to try to be a little more, in your community, trying to pull people together so that on delivery times, it'll be really convenient for everybody to be able to pick up their beef. We will have a guaranteed drop in Salt Lake, and so I know for a lot of people that's pretty doable to pick it up there. If we can get it, down in Lehigh, or we can get one in Bountiful, or Ogden, or Logan, then that's going to make it a little more doable as well. So we'd like you to be looking at your communities and trying to organize making that very available to people. But yes, if you send people...
one thing, Selena, we should probably mention is how many people they need to order in order to get you into their community.
Okay, yeah. So we're looking at a minimum of 10 to make a specific drop there. If you don't get, 10 orders, it doesn't matter how big the orders are. It doesn't matter if it's, you have all introductory packages or all whole beefs. Whatever, however many, as long as it's 10, we'll make that effort to do a delivery there. If there's a few of you, that don't quite get there and you're close together, then we can combine those and make sure that we still make it as convenient as possible for everybody. Good question. So hopefully we answered it. I do have a fact sheet that I put together, frequently asked questions, so I can send that out too, and it'll kind of answer some more, give you guys some more information that way. Really appreciate everybody being on here. And again, Amy, thank you so much for taking time to come and do a little bit of training. It'll help us wherever we're at and whatever we're trying to help others move forward and do. So I appreciate that. And thank you guys for being on here and taking the time. And thank you for taking the time to listen to the recording, those of you who weren't able to be with us live. And it's been a good experience. I'm excited to have done a webinar and to have that opportunity to get our message out there and share with more people. This is going to be good. It's a good movement, and we're excited to keep it going. Thank you for your help and your interest. You guys have a great day.